Hey guys, it's Nick coming at you with another video. Little shout out to Jeremy over there at Geeks and Gamers. If you guys haven't checked out the Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel, I highly recommend it. He puts out a lot of good content along with everybody else he has working over there with him. But anyways, I haven't done a Star Wars video in a while, honestly, just because I haven't really been excited for anything Star Wars, not since The Last Jedi came out. But Solo came out Thursday night, first Star Wars movie since I've been alive that I have not been to opening weekend, and I just wasn't going to go see it. I ended up going to a Buckethead concert in downtown Pensacola, which was very entertaining. If you guys don't know who Buckethead is, awesome guitar player, super weird guy, but put on a very entertaining show. If you're into, it's just instrumental. He doesn't sing or anything, but if you're into guitar players and just entertaining music, check out Buckethead on YouTube. He's wears a faceless mask and has a KFC bucket on his head, but it's pretty interesting. So yeah, Solo came out Thursday night. Me and my buddy Eddie, who since the prequels have normally been at all the opening first showings of the Star Wars movies together, and he also did not go see it, not interested, and not really saying that it's a bad movie. It could be a decent movie. I have no idea. I haven't seen it, but after what they did with The Last Jedi, Solo is kind of turned into sort of the sacrificial lamb of the Star Wars universe that Cray Cray KK, aka Kathleen Kennedy, has been producing and putting out there. The fans have let their voices be heard. We're making a stand against this movie, against the direction of Star Wars and the social justice warrior and forced diversity that has nothing to do with the advancement of the story. I'm all for diversity. I did not like The Last Jedi because there was a woman lead character or a black guy in it. You know, I hear a lot of these big YouTube channels saying that, yeah, there's these whiny man babies that are upset at The Last Jedi because there's a black guy in it or there's a woman lead. That has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it at all. It's a garbage movie, period. What they did with Luke was not Luke's character from the original trilogy. They just turned him into a grumpy, old, whiny bitch that, you know, is not his character, you know. So, and all the child slavery and the animals and the evil white rich guys, it's just, the fans don't want this in their Star Wars. We want to go see Star Wars and escape from all that sort of stuff that we deal with in life all the time. And we don't want to go deal with it in our Star Wars movies when we're trying to escape that and just want to be entertained with a good story, with good characters, with good character development, with plots that make sense, with no holes in them. I mean, you could nitpick the original trilogy. The original trilogy is by far, hands down, I mean, one of the greatest trilogies of all time. And, you know, the fans love Star Wars. The hardcore fans that love Star Wars don't want Star Wars to fail, and we want to go out to the movies and see new Star Wars movies, but not at the expense of terrible writing, terrible characters, forced political agendas. You know, we don't want that in our Star Wars. And if you guys have looked at the numbers, it's 3 o'clock Central Time, Sunday afternoon. I'm actually driving back to Birmingham, Alabama from Pensacola, Florida. But if you look at the numbers, Solo has underperformed majorly. And, you know, a lot of these mainstream YouTube channels, mainstream movie media, you know, was pushing $170 million world record-breaking weekend for Solo. It's going to dominate. And when you start looking at the social media and what the actuality of everything is the theaters are empty. People are not going and supporting this movie. I mean, I have one friend, I guess, that has gone and seen the movie. He liked it, but he also loved The Last Jedi, you know, which, if you love The Last Jedi, great. I mean, I'm not going to hate on anybody that loved The Last Jedi, but me, as a hardcore Star Wars fan, I just don't understand what people like and how people could like that movie. It just, I mean, I can see some movies and be like, okay, I can see why people would like it, but, you know, it just didn't work for me. But I just don't see it. I just do not see what there is to like about The Last Jedi. There's a couple things in The Last Jedi I did like. The Praetorian Guard fight was pretty awesome. But I talk about all that in my Last Jedi review that I actually have posted on my page. But Solo, haven't seen it, not gonna see it. If I do go see it, I will give my money to Avengers or Deadpool 2, and I will just kind of happen to mistakenly walk into the wrong theater and check Solo out just purely out of curiosity. I'm definitely gonna see the movie, but me personally, I was making a stance for myself against what Star Wars is becoming, the direction it's going, by choosing not to see it this weekend, which is really disappointing because I love Star Wars. I want to see it keep moving forward, but I hope Kathleen Kennedy gets pushed out and dropped like a box of rocks out of Lucasfilm. They get Dave Filoni or somebody else in there that is a real, true Star Wars fan, that's going to do characters justice, that's going to do the stories justice. What he did with the Clone Wars and Rebels was amazing. If you guys haven't seen Clone Wars or Rebels, I highly recommend both. The Clone Wars actually makes the prequels better, actually makes the characters in the prequels better. Rebels, for the most part, was a good show. I liked it. But yeah, Solo, it's bombing at the box office. The fans are letting their voices be heard. Just like when EA was trying to crap all over Battlefront 2 with their microtransactions, you know, the gaming community and the fans made a stand against that and forced their hand to change the game. And the fans are doing the exact same thing with Solo now. So to everybody that's supported the movie, you know, I'm not going to hate on anybody that's going out and seeing it, that's supporting it. You know, you have every right to do that, and I'm not going to hate on you for doing so. And for all the people that are taking a stand against it, Applaud you guys. Looks like we're making a difference. There's a lot of anti Kathleen Kennedy and Disney Star Wars channels out there on YouTube. Geeks and Gamers has been one of the main ones I've been watching here lately. But they kind of been keeping things up to date with the numbers on the box office for Solo, and what it's doing. I'll be curious to see Monday where the numbers are at. But that's about it, guys. If you want to go get entertained with a good movie, I highly recommend Deadpool 2 or Avengers Infinity War. Disney is doing a good job with the Marvel Universe. They're killing it over there. I know people in the media is probably going to spin this Solo thing as Star Wars fatigue. We just had a Star Wars movie in December, and this one was too soon. That's all garbage. This is not Star Wars fatigue. The fans are upset and pissed off about the direction of the Star Wars franchise and what they did to Luke in The Last Jedi, which to me personally, and I know to a lot of close friends of mine, that's what killed it. The Star Wars, the love of Star Wars and the excitement was what they did with Luke in The Last Jedi. And Rian Johnson even said in an interview about the movies that he makes, he wants to make a movie to where half the people love it and half the people hate it, which is the stupidest marketing and movie making idea I've ever heard. Why would you want to do that? I mean, it's just utter stupidity. When you make something, you want to make it to where everybody likes it. And for those of you that don't know, the top 20% of the hardcore fan base of any franchise, of anything that has a fan base, the top 20% of the hardcore people is where most of the money comes from. It's not from the general audience. It's not from the general people that just go out there. You know, they might go see the movies, but they're not going to be buying all the merchandise, buying all the toys. All that comes from the hardcore fans. And the hardcore fans is what Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm is pissing off, and they're going to end up paying for it. And Solo is a perfect example in what's happening with it right now in the dismal box office results it's had so far. But I'm sure you guys will hear in the media that it's Star Wars fatigue and all that, which, you know, don't believe any of that. There's going to be a lot of shills out there. They're going to try spinning this in some sort of way to make it, you know, make sense to why such low numbers. But the truth of the matter is our fans are pissed off. I'm one of them, and I know a lot of others. If you go out there on social media, there's thousands upon thousands of others out there that think the same way. So I don't know, we're making a stand, and you know, we'll see what happens with episode 9. I don't know what J.J. Abrams is going to do. He could totally right this ship and fix it, bring Luke back. Luke never really died. He was able to just become one with the Force or whatever, and he can go into that world and back out into the physical. I don't know. He can come up with something. But JJ can fix this. But with Kathleen Kennedy running things over there, you know, I just don't see it happening. You know, I hope he does fix it. I hope after what happens with Solo here, they change directions and get this train back on track. But you know, my expectations are pretty low for that until she's out of there, along with all the other people that she has on staff that are pushing for this direction of Star Wars that nobody wants. But we'll see what happens. we'll come back. I'll do another video update on Monday. We'll see where it's at. Go out, support Infinity War, support Deadpool 2. Great movies. Quiet Place is another good one out there. Ready Player One. I'm going to be waiting for Solo to see it later on, and like I said, probably give my money to one of those movies and mistakenly walk into the Solo theater and check it out. But you guys take care, and I'll see you guys on the next one.